Alright guys, so here's kind of part 2 to that stone fruit planting video, because I wanted to show you it kind of once it was a little bit more done so you guys can just see it kind of in action. I'm hoping this shows up on video well, because I wanted you guys to see the size of this and the amount of water that I'm putting to this and how this sits. So you can see almost, let me see if I can get down here more towards the ground. There, so you can see that almost that entire pot, that 15-gallon pot, is sticking above the water line, even with an incredible amount of water in here. So this is probably 5 or 6 inches deep now, and it's not going to ever go up over that root flare, because if it does, well, then it's going to go outside the berm also. So you can see that over there. So you can see that it's slightly above grade, because that back there is a berm. So it goes rocks, grade, berm, moat, and then island, and then tree. So I guess the best way to describe that is a tree on an island. So you guys see that? And you can see that the hose is running kind of full force into there, and it's not really harming the tree. So you guys always ask me how I plant these and how I irrigate them when I get them going and get them started. Well, this is exactly how I do it. I hope this shows up. Holds a lot of water. Alright guys, so this is how I water these guys, and once I plant them, I'm going to water them at least the first day and then the second day to get all the air bubbles out of the root system, because you'll see this start to bubble as that water and that sediment starts to fill back into the voids of the pot where there wasn't any where there was just air spaces. You'll see bubbles coming up, and then once that water makes it into there, and the nutrient and the silt and the little pieces of clay make it into those voids, then that kind of tells the tree that it's been planted, and so it knows that it's now in the ground. So it's going to concentrate heavily on root growth down here. So as you plant the tree, you may not see a lot happening up here. It's going to be all happening down here for a while, at least the first year, and then it'll start to reward you by fixing the frame up top, because it's got a nice big root system down here, and then the next year it'll flush into a huge canopy tree next year. So yeah, this one's going to be a really good sized tree next year. It's going to grow big over the summertime, and then we'll get lots more fruit off of it the next year, even though we should have probably picked all these fruit off, but we're going to leave a few on there just so people can try them, because otherwise it's no fun and people give up. They want to try some fruit, so you got to sometimes leave some stuff that you would have normally pinched off in your own home landscape. Like, I'll take off a couple of these smaller ones, but we'll leave some of the larger ones so that the homeowner can try the peaches. And these are really good trees. These are L.A. Cook trees, I believe. Yeah, these are all L.A. Cook trees that I'm getting. So this is an easy pick Florida Prince. Beautiful trees. All right, guys, stone fruit part 2 on planting, and especially on watering them. And I water them probably every 3 days during the most of the year. Sometimes a little bit more in the summertime, and quite a bit less in the wintertime. No water at all. All right, guys, you should have nice black water from that compost. Look at that. Look at that beautiful water. That's from my compost. So that's compost tea. It's being fed right away too. You'll notice that that's not the color of the dirt when you get the dirt wet. Here, you guys all know that brown color. So this is its first awesome feeding too. It's getting this nice compost tea as it's being fed and watered in initially. So this tree, as all my trees, are going to be doing awesome this year. All right, guys, thank you for watching.